Alrighty, welcome back into another episode of Getting Technical, brought to you by Better and Green. I am Ethan. With me, as always, is Wyatt. Wyatt, pretty good weekend of college basketball. From a betting standpoint, it was okay. From a viewing standpoint, a lot of very good games. Before we get into today, how was your weekend of betting? How was your weekend of viewing?
Yeah, viewing was much better than betting. Did not have a whole lot of success. I actually went 0-3 on the last Getting Technical, but you went 3-0. One guy won. One guy went undefeated on the show. So congratulations to you. But yeah, four top 10 matchups. We learned a lot. And yeah, I did okay. Michigan blew another halftime lead. That makes their 8th blown halftime lead this year. Their coach is incompetent, so it's just very tough to watch. But yeah, I'm sitting here with a Purdue national championship ticket. I'm feeling pretty good about it. They pretty much dominated that whole Wisconsin game, almost fell apart at the end, but that was very tough to do, to go into Wisconsin and dominate the entire game. So that made me feel good. Purdue's legit. Tough team to mess with.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was on Wisconsin. Hated it, but couldn't not be on Wisconsin. But yeah, I mean, people who followed us last year when we were on Cooper Sports knew that you and I were probably the two biggest Purdue haters in the country, for good reason. I mean, they were a big guy and a bunch of scrubs last year. I mean, Edey didn't do shit in that Wisconsin game, really. I mean, he was okay, but they just have so many other playmakers now that, yeah, they're scary. So I, too, have a Purdue future ticket. So, yeah, feeling good about that. Yeah, great season so far for them. But yeah, today we have one ranked matchup and then a couple other games that are just outside of ranked matchups. The two unranked teams are right there. We're going to start by talking 21st ranked BYU at unranked Oklahoma, who fell out of the rankings due to their recent woes. Which, by the way, I mentioned, I think 2 weeks ago, I wasn't bought in on Oklahoma, and I think they're 1-3 since I said that. So, yeah, don't know if Oklahoma's the team that maybe we thought they were. After that, we're talking 14th ranked Iowa State at unranked Texas, and then finishing up Big 12 day, 23rd ranked Texas Tech at 13th ranked Baylor. So we'll start with BYU at Oklahoma. This is an 8 p.m. tip-off. All these games are a little bit later in the night. Oklahoma, 1 point home underdog, over under 151. Why, I will throw this one to you first to see how you're breaking it down.
Yeah, you said you didn't trust Oklahoma, and I still don't think I'm going to trust them at home. I know it's really hard to bet against a team at home, but I did a couple of times this weekend. It went 50-50. And Oklahoma has just shown that even at home, they still struggle. They lost to Texas at home. They lost to Texas Tech at home. Obviously, those are two respectable losses, but they're still not dominating teams at home. And to be honest, I think BYU is better than both Texas and Texas Tech. BYU is actually up to number 9 in the Ken Pom rankings. They are kind of a complete package, very under the radar team. And I'm gonna trust Vegas has this right. And I hate betting. Again, I hate the home dog is a terrifying thing to bet in college basketball, but I just don't think Oklahoma's home court advantage is enough. And Oklahoma's just not good enough to handle BYU. So this is the second time I've taken BYU on the road. The first time did not win. The second time, hopefully it's a different story. So I'm going to take, it's ugly, but BYU on the -1.
Yeah, we're just going to keep disagreeing here. I will take Oklahoma +1, money line, whatever you have to do. Think Oklahoma wins it outright. I mean, I still think Texas is good. I feel like I say it every show, but I still think Texas is good. I think they're coming around. So I don't know that was a terrible loss. Texas Tech is doing well as well right now. Obviously still ranked. That was only a 1 point home loss for Oklahoma. So probably should have won at least one of those. But I'm not going to dog them too much for losing those. Kind of an impressive win on the road against Kansas State and then the road loss to UCF. So, I mean, yeah, I don't think Oklahoma deserved to be as high as they were before those 3 losses, but I think they have what it takes to kind of bounce back and beat BYU. Now, instead of being the hunted, they're the hunter, which I really like in this game. They remind me of Michigan State. Michigan State sucks when they're ranked. For some reason, it's just like they feel the pressure of being ranked. They feel like they have to keep it, and they just do so much better when they're off the radar and they get to be the hunter. So I feel like that's going to be Oklahoma now. They get to go they get to stay home, face a ranked team in BYU, um, who is now, the hunted. So yeah, I just like Oklahoma as the unranked, winning one of their last four. I think they still find a way to get a decent seed in the tournament, and yeah, I think they're gonna put together just a little bit of a run against some weaker competition. Not that BYU is weak, as you mentioned, ninth in KenPom. We've talked about BYU quite a bit. Like you said, the whole package. I mean, they're good offensively, good defensively, but yeah, I think at home, I'm gonna back Oklahoma State or Oklahoma in this game.
Yeah, for those first-time listeners, Ethan's on a heater right now, so probably tail Ethan. And again, it's ugly to bet against a home dog in college basketball against two decently even teams. So, yeah, Ethan's on the hot hand. I'd probably go with him on that game.
Yeah. Also, this is the night before. Yeah, we aren't able to film the day of anymore, so this could change. Who knows where this line is going to be once this video comes out? But yeah, for right now, Oklahoma is a 1 point home dog. Next game we were talking about 14th ranked Iowa State at unranked Texas. Texas a 2.5 point home favorite over under 141.5. I will break this one down, and I'm taking Texas minus the 2.5 to no surprise of anybody probably. Again, I'm still high on Texas. Iowa State has been an extremely good team, and even though they do have some impressive road wins, like they beat TCU on the road, um, I trust Iowa State at home way more than I do on the road. They're a great home court team. Just don't trust them as much on the road. Texas is kind of, I think, getting ready to go on that run that I've expected them to go on. They took Houston to overtime, ended up losing that game, but still a very impressive showing. Went on the road and beat TCU outright this weekend by 11 points. A huge win for them for the in-state. They now get to come home. They get to play Iowa State, which would be a huge resume builder to get this ranked win. And then they get to play West Virginia at home, who they already lost to. Again, West Virginia, a really good home court advantage. So that could be two impressive victories for them if they can get it done before heading to Houston for that rematch game. And I think they have a good shot of beating Houston the second time around. So, yeah, I think Texas is getting ready to go on a run here. I think they end up getting a pretty good seed in the tournament. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if they're a 3 or 4 seed by the time it's all said and done. I do really like this Texas team. And like I said, I don't trust Iowa State nearly as much on the road as I do at home. So I'm going to take a stab with Texas minus the 2.5. Could see this one getting ugly.
Yeah, we finally agree. The first time in 4 games. I am also on Texas in this game, minus 2.5. Yeah, this is our strategy. A unranked team is the favorite against a ranked team, and it's as basic as our strategy gets. And again, it's usually because of home court advantage. Again, home court's usually between 3 to 5 points, 3.5 to 5.5 points given. So they are still saying Iowa State's technically the favorite here on a neutral site, but yeah, Iowa State's completely different team at home versus away. And Texas, again, we were both pretty high on them preseason. They have had their struggles. They're still 15-7. They're hanging in there. They're on the verge of getting ranked. But yeah, this is a kind of a must win for them. I know 15-7 is still pretty solid, but the Big 12 is a gauntlet, and we say it every year, but they are an absolute gauntlet. And a win here and then an easy win. Well, not no win's easy, but a doable win next week against West Virginia, as you said, would go a long ways, and I think would put them into the rankings for a ranked matchup against Houston. And I think all their attention is on this game. So I'm going to take the home team. I'm not going to call it a must win in early February, but it's getting to that point for Texas. If they want to find their way into this tournament at a single digit seed, they're going to have to start winning games. So I think this is where it starts. Like you said, I'm going to take them, like them quite a bit, the minus 2.5.
Yeah, I'm going to jump on that and bet it once we get off of here. I really like that. I'm also seeing 67% of the money on Iowa State, and this line has moved from -2 to -2.5 in Texas's favor. So, yeah, this could go to 4 by tip off. I'm going to get on that earlier rather than later. Also, I tweeted this out on Saturday, and maybe I'm the idiot. Why does Max Abmas get pronounced Asmus? Have you noticed that? Have you watched Texas much this year? And
No, I have not noticed pronunciation at all. I did
okay,
notice, why did he start shooting at the end of the game and he made every single shot? Why did he
right.
not do that? That's what he used to do was he at Oral Roberts? Is that
Yep.
where he was? Yeah, that's all he
Yep.
did, and
Yep.
he just hasn't really been doing it this year. But yeah, I have no idea.
Well, next Texas game you watch, just I see this is on Longhorn Nation or Network, so they have that stupid Texas exclusive channel. But yeah, next time you watch a Texas game, just take note. It drives me insane. They call them A Smiths all the time, and it's like clearly A B, whatever. Just yeah, it was annoying me. But we'll round out the Big 12 gauntlet that we so often talk about with a ranked matchup, a 9 o'clock Eastern tip time. 23rd ranked Texas Tech at 13th ranked Baylor. Baylor is a 6-point home favorite. Over under 146. And I don't love this game. I'm going to throw this one to you first and see how you're breaking it down.
Yeah, I actually might be betting this as soon as we get off. And it's not on the spread. It's actually going to be on the over in this game. I'm seeing 146 right now, which is very low for a Baylor team. I know Texas Tech is known for their defense. I still think they kind of run a little bit of that 2-3 zone, which again just drains the clock, long possessions. But I could see this total getting in the 150s by the time tomorrow starts. So I'll probably lock in the over of this game, 146. But in regards to game spreads, I'm gonna have to go with Baylor at the -6. I know Baylor's the lower rank here, so -6 I guess makes a little bit of sense. But I just think Baylor's by far the much better team, and the biggest factor I think is going to really determine this game is Baylor's number one in the country in 3-point shooting percentage. Texas Tech 227th on 3-point shooting defense. And I think that's going to be the ultimate deciding factor of this game. Baylor shooting from the three on their home court, I think is going to be too much for Texas Tech to handle. I think Baylor's going to cover that game, and it's also going to push that over, which it is my favorite play, the over. But for the sake of the graphic, I'm going to have to go Baylor -6. Possibly might get on there, could possibly do a Baylor money line with an adjusted total, but I hate taking adjusted totals and teasers in college basketball. So Baylor -6 might be quite a bit. It's scary, but love the over. Just going to hope the 3-ball hits for the Bears.
Yeah, we're finally starting to see eye to eye together again. So happy to hear that. I am also on Baylor -6. I don't love it though. I don't think I could see myself betting this game. Because to me, the spot favors Texas Tech in a huge way. Texas Tech is off 2 straight losses. One against, or their last one was against Cincinnati, an unranked team, after losing on the road to 25th ranked TCU. So I do think it was a bit of a look ahead spot against Cincinnati, and I think they got caught. So I do think they are fully focused on Baylor. Baylor, on the other hand, has Kansas on deck in this one, and they're off a big win against Iowa State. I had them -3.5 in that game. That broke my heart. I don't even know what happened. They gave up 19 straight points to Iowa State. Ended up winning by 2, so that one kind of hurt me. But yeah, everything screams Texas Tech in this game except for the line. The line -6 is just, I've gotten burned too many times taking the dog on the road with a line like that. Duke, for example, this past weekend closes, I think, a 4.5-point dog. It just seems so obvious to take Duke that it had to be North Carolina, and it was. This is right where I'm seeing this game. It's way too obvious to take Texas Tech for me, and for that reason, I think it has to be Baylor. Baylor probably pulls away in this one, even though I love the spot for Texas Tech. I just can't back it. So Baylor -6 for me, least favorite of the 2 we talked about. I will be on Oklahoma. I will definitely be on Texas. Not sure I'll be on Baylor. But to see what plays we are on, follow us on Twitter. We both tweet out all of our college basketball plays. And other than that, Wyatt, did you have anything else before we get out of here?
Yeah, I'm excited to see where these lines move tomorrow because again, we usually don't record. We usually record the day of, so I'm interested to see where these lines move, and it's kind of incentivizing me to take the bets actually tonight, like you were talking about, just to see if we're on the right side, and I think we are on a majority of these games. Obviously, we defer in the BYU Oklahoma game, but I think we are on the right side in Texas and Baylor. So yeah, I think me and you would be advantageous to take it right now, but we will see. Also, new strategy used to just be fade Michigan and take the over. New strategy is bet Michigan first half money line, second half take the team's live money line. It should be in the +200s, and then still take the over. And you're going to be an absolute millionaire. This team's fucking garbage. But yeah, that's all I got. I'm a very displeased Michigan fan. One national championship in football is not enough for me. I'm coming for Juwan Howard's neck.
I don't know why, but I'm still worried about heading to Ann Arbor and playing Michigan this year. It shouldn't be a problem, but I just feel like it's going to be. But yeah, guys, other than that, we obviously talked a ton of Big 12 tonight. Great games going on tomorrow. Big 10 has a couple of decent ones. Michigan State's playing, so that's where most of my attention will be. Big East has some good games. Mountain West, actually, I've been really enjoying the Mountain West Conference this year. They have some great games tomorrow. SEC, ACC, all in action. So really nice Tuesday slate of basketball. Cannot wait to watch those games. Other than that, guys, head over to bettergreen.com. We have a lot of articles coming out right now, Oscars articles. We have the EFL champion crowned, premium plays, all sorts of stuff coming out over there. So head over there, check those out. Watch our other shows on YouTube. If you're interested in hockey, we have a 5-minute wager episode out now. Our Super Bowl preview of Intentional Lounging comes out Thursday. Ben and Bobby are killing it over on Tapping Vegas. I think there's like 11 straight fight weekends, if I remember correctly. So going to be a lot of UFC videos out. And then obviously the Getting Technical show will be out a couple times a week as well. And then lastly, guys, head over to Sharps. Use our code BET269. That's bet with 2 T's, BETT269. Social media for sports bettors. Really fun app. We post a lot of our plays over there. Interact with the guys over at Sharps. We'd love to interact with you as well. So go over there, follow us, interact with us there. We'll interact with you back. And guys, other than that, enjoy the night of great college basketball. Good luck with all your bets, and we'll see you in the next episode. See you guys.
You better start listening to the Better in Green podcast. You will not regret it. Trust me, trust me, trust me. And hey, I'm Dean Blandino.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Better in Green, eh? To Better in Green, eh? To Better in Green, eh? Listen in and cash out. That's what it's all about. Come on, let's make cash now. We always on spot and we cover all spot from the bottom to the top, eh? Shout out to Ethan, shout out to Wyatt, shout out to Ben. Welcome, welcome to our podcast, Better in Green.